In a universe where life does not end at death, we explore the infinite possibilities forged by our very minds. Welcome to our Thedian anthologies. Before we get started, I just want to inform you that this series was recorded over Discord. If the quality dips, it's due to connection issues. Greetings, fellow travelers and storytellers. Welcome to the Hunter Epilogue series, featuring Caliber. Follow along as you learn about the hunt that has been ongoing throughout the core. Well, welcome back to the Hunter, entry 5. Last time, you, Caliber, recalled your time when your father, the head of your coalition in the Shikari rule, retrieved you and brought you into the fold. You also went and spoke to Zareen about the fact that, well, the Fleet Titan of Visceral is now at the harbor. And you're not sure exactly why that is, but she explained that it's not good because, well, that means that they are potentially planning something, and she knows that there's some things going on with Core Command. And you also know that there are things going on with Core Command at the same time. And then, well, even before that, though, when you went to go contact her, something occurred in which you actually you're not sure if you called it or like something happened to where it came out, but there was an altar inside the room you were in that experienced this dark force that came out, and it called itself Premius. And then it left. And then eventually Hunter Black came and interrupted your chat with Zareen and expressed, well, you're not exactly sure too much, but it felt like he was trying to make sure that you weren't dabbling in something that you didn't understand. And then he brought you out and showed you a message. A message from actually the Admiral explaining that Montezulik is still alive, and that they have him in custody and are going to be negotiating with him. But Hunter Black seemed to be skeptical of this. And then you guys began discussing Eve more and your connection to her, and how you don't actually have much of a connection, and that he could help you with returning back to your roots, so to speak. So you guys shook hands. And as you entered into the Thet star system, you now fly over to this world. And on this world, as you're inside the cockpit with Hunter Black and he's flying it, I would like you to roll me a computers check.
Oh no, Caliber.
Oh no,
Oh goodness. Computers. Oh, that's not that bad. 15.
On the scans of the actual Thet world that you're about to land on, you notice a bunch of activity that is happening in the northwestern hemisphere. And as you kind of zoom in on the scans of it, you see Hunter Black look over. Is like, seems that they're getting busy.
Huh. Wonder what happened.
Not too sure, but I got a feeling that the mission or 119 Squadron is on has begun.
What mission are they on?
Something about an infiltration, remember? Come on.
Yeah, I know infiltration, but like, why? From the looks of it, from the looks of things, Corps Command's too big to really oppose very often.
You still got a lot to learn, Caliber.
Well, yeah. Spent most of my time going from mission to mission. Didn't really have time to look at the world around me.
Well, maybe you should look at the world around you a little bit more. I don't blame you. Father never really had much of a liking for the world around him.
That especially came true in the tunnels.
Anyways, what this means is that most of the forces in Corps Command aren't going to be at the base that we're headed to in Foggerhelm. And also, I'm not sure exactly if their commander of the platoon is going to be there, because they might be helming the operation over by the counter command base.
Well, it looks like a hornet's nest got stored up over there. Probably definitely have all hands on deck over there. Probably a skeleton crew running.
If they have all hands on deck, then I'm not sure if they are well equipped here to guard exactly what their merchandise is.
Merchandise?
Remember?
You saying they... Oh, yeah, I know. Are you saying they sell the prisoners here or some shit?
Oh my gosh.
What? This is a prison. Why would they have merchandise?
Are you a hunter?
Yeah, I am. Slavery is not one of my favorite things.
Who said anything about slavery? I said merchandise.
You? Yeah.
You are a hunter, and you're telling me that you don't go and hunt down individuals and capture them for other people, and then trade them for money. Is that not merchandise?
Most of mine are dead. Listen, a dead body is merchandise. Forced labor is not.
You think that... Oh my gosh. Whatever. You see the ship flying down now into the atmosphere and begins to shake a bit. As he gets down into the atmosphere, you see a pop up on his screen, and you see him tap it, and then it's like a hailing frequency that pops in, and then you hear, Hunter Black, is this your channel? Yes, it is. Am I free to land? You are free to land. Good, thank you. You've never seen it to where, when you are hailed, usually it tends to be like, well, who are you and what's going on? But apparently Hunter Black is known.
Yes, you're the...
As the ship begins to go and land it by the actual hangar within Foggerhelm, it begins to lower. And it lands where you see now a bunch of Redicon officers, Corps Command officers are here. And they're all standing there at the ready outside of the ship. And as you look out, you actually notice that this base, it has a large barrier and defenses, but surrounding it's like plant life, and there's like a pathway through, and the platforms in which the ships land are like surrounded by plant life all around. And then you notice that there is like a structure that goes into this forest base that has multiple structures built within the trees itself. And as you see, Hunter Black stands up and is like, alright, time to meet our people. You've never seen this many Redicons before.
Huh.
And they seem to be at the ready, like they're greeting someone with authority.
Never seen this much of a greeting for a hunter before.
Like I said, we Redicon are loyal to our kind. If you want to learn more about Evemore, pay attention here. Understood?
Understood.
As you go out, the doors open up. As they open up, you feel the air from this world begins to fill up your nostrils. A spark in your mind begins to enter into your entire body. Your lungs begin to fill up. I would like you to roll me an endurance check, and then I would like you to roll me a discipline check.
Oh, God. Oh, Christ. That's one thing I've been forgetting to level up, or, well, rank up endurance.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, endurance is still rank 1.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that's a 6 for endurance, and let's see.
6 total for endurance? No. Wait.
No,
don't
not 6 for endurance. Okay. No, my endurance is a 12.
Okay, I'm like, what?
I just rolled a 6.
Okay.
That's an 18 for endurance.
Alright.
Okay, let's roll this. Discipline. Ooh, an 11. That's Christ. Discipline. Okay, so it's 11. 22 for discipline.
Nice. So we have
There.
we have an 18 endurance and 22 for discipline.
Yep.
All right. As you head into this place, you hear creatures kind of moaning in the background. You hear the sway of the breeze, or feel the sway of the breeze. Everything begins to tingle, all of your sensations. Your skin begins to fold up. You feel the slight hairs that grow on your body begin to like goosebumps begin to form across your body. You feel something from within the ground around you. The flora beside you, it's almost like there's something within it that you can... It's like it's trying to connect with you.
Uh-huh.
And as you see Hunter Black step down, and you see one of the officers come up. Hunter Black, our operation has already proceeded as we have been planning. You will be escorted to the prison. And how is the champion holding up? Still in their unconscious state, I presume? They are. Good. And you see he turns over, he's like, meet Hunter Caliber. He is my new little protege here. I hope that as he stays here, he'll get to learn more about our people. For he has been disconnected from our kind for some time. And you see the officers all look towards you. It's like, Caliber, you are welcome here as a brother. And you see they all begin to bow their heads to you. And as they bow their heads to you, you feel this sense of connection to them as well.
Calvert's gonna one hand over his, like a fist over his heart and bow. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And Hunter Black begins to walk through them, and he motions to you to follow.
Calvert's gonna follow them.
As you guys, as you begin to follow Hunter Black, they also begin to proceed to escort you. You see the commanding operative, a part of this unit that is escorting you. He goes up to Hunter Black and begins to talk with him. I'd like you to roll me a perception check if you want to listen, like really kind of listen into what they're talking about. Also, perception check for basically seeing your surroundings.
19.
19. Okay. As you begin to walk with them, you see the commanding operative comes up to Hunter Black. Is like, so we have Squad 119 currently in the fortress of Counter Command, but also there was a little bit of a hiccup that occurred with Commander Drokev and Master Forger Azon. And you see Black look down. He's like, Aeson is here. And I am assuming that this hiccup turned out to be Aeson accompanying this Squad 119 on their mission. You assume correct, Black. The situation... It seems like Aeson fulfilled his role, but we're not exactly sure if he's going to be very forthcoming with the information he might have gathered within the fortress itself. I see. Prepare a defense force. Operative, make sure that everything is fortified around the Champion's Chambers. I have a feeling that the Master Forger's gonna be a little bit difficult when it comes to the thing that we're defending. And as you continue moving forward, you are also noticing that the flora surrounding the space, as you are heading over towards the doors of this fortress that will lead you into this tree line, the flora is just swaying, and you hear this hissing sound. And it's calling to you.
Alright. I was gonna take a quick look at it, try not to get too far away from Black.
Okay, you begin to take a look at it as you see the other officers who are also following suit. They look over towards you. Is like, well, one of them comes up to you. Is like, you all right there?
Yeah, I just heard something over here, making sure it's not anything we should worry about.
Heard something.
Yeah.
You're probably hearing the call of Cain.
The call of what?
It is a daughter of Evemore. She helps us be further connected and strengthens us on a deeper level. And you see Hunter look back, is like, Caliber, what's going on?
Oh, just asking about kind. Fine.
He comes and steps up to you. He's like, Khan, yeah. That is something that's going to need to be explained to you later on if you further deepen your understanding of Evemore. It's a way in which we connect to her on a deeper level, but it is the trial that you go through in order to truly reach that level. It's a deadly one, but if you are strong enough to withstand it, you will understand our brothers even more. But follow me, alright? Don't be wandering off or anything like that. Not yet.
Yeah, I was just about to say not yet.
Good.
I was gonna catch up with him.
At least you're not too naive. And you see, as you guys begin to move over towards the doors slide open, and you guys begin to walk through. As you walk through this base, the sounds of the outside begin to fade away. As you enter inside, the doors close, and you see there's not really many people inside this hallway that leads into what it almost looks like an open circular, like more elliptical chamber. There is a desk, and this looks like a waiting room, like basically the lobby area for people to come in and meet up. And Hunter looks over. Oh, Black looks over, and he's just like, so it seems like there's not many here. Our unit is the one that stayed behind to make sure that you arrived and have everything that you need. I see. Well, Drokev didn't keep more of you back? We didn't... This is a large operation. We're trying to get rid of the counter-command presence here on Thet. Right. They're only here because of what you have at this base. And from what I can tell, you let rumors get out, or at least one of those Cortexians, maybe? You do realize that Ugonians can manipulate our minds at a deeper level. And they're not our allies. We realize that, yes, but also it's difficult, Black. It's been getting a lot more difficult to be able to maintain what we have here. Especially with the presence of Core Command amplifying the presence of Master Azon continuously coming here. It's a lot. And Drokev has been on us a lot more. And we really haven't had much contact with the Republic. And you see Black look over, like, let's just talk later, alright? Just take me to where the champion is being held. And you guys continue to move. As you continue to move, you move down this hallway, and then a door slides open, and you exit out, back out into the trees, and you see that you're walking down this, like, walking past this bridge, going towards these bases that are actually built within the trees themselves. As you're here, though, I'd like you to roll me another discipline check.
Oh, no. 16.
16.
Mm-hmm.
As you're here, you hear that hissing coming from the trees. That you're literally walking across the large branches, and the trees themselves, what they look like, they seem to have this red bark. It's really red, and the leaves kind of go out into what look like thorns. And it feels interesting. And you hear that swing. You look down and you also notice that there are these what look like smaller version of these trees that are extending from the ground. And And you see that there are a few Redicon on the ground over by these, and they seem to be cutting these thorns off of the smaller version of these trees. And then you enter inside. And you are now walking down like hallways. You see that there are transparent glass that you could see out and look at the trees. And as you look at the trees here, you notice that it's almost like they change into like normal, large, just like brown bark, but the leaves sway and the leaves are all red. And there's no more thorns when you look at them through these windows, these screens, as you're walking down these halls. And as you're walking with these officers too, you suddenly get a in your head. Caliber?
Serene?
Yes. Is everything alright?
Okay. Yeah. Planet's just a little weird. Listen, they're talking about the champion.
Okay.
She is here on the planet. They have confirmed that much. We're on our way to go see her now.
You are? Okay. Asla's squadron is on their way to Thet right now. And I can't be there. I don't think I can be there.
Yeah, this place does have a weird spiritual energy to it. I figured there would have to be a catch on your end. But can you get a warning to Asla Squad?
Yes, I can try.
Listen. Frickin' the Hunter Black is looking for them, and I have a feeling once he kills them, I'm next.
Okay.
Okay. So they'll probably know that when the Core Command already knows when and probably where they're arriving. That and Counter Command's currently in an offensive or defensive with the Core Command here on the planet.
Okay.
So, yeah, the skies are a little rough.
Are we?
Go
Okay.
ahead.
I will definitely let them know. I know that they are very adamant about still going to rescue the champion, and if you can sabotage them from the inside to where they can safely rescue the champion, that would be the best, if possible. I know that VX explained to me that there is the Squad 119. Maybe they could assist you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
If you can get a hold of them and find a way to make it to where you are able to get Asla Squadron to the champion, that would be the best. But be careful, okay? From what VX has explained to me, the Thet system is very appealing to Redicon. For some reason, it is why the core command their entire army there, the ground troops and everything, all their branches there are filled with Redicon.
Yeah, I felt it as soon as I stepped off the pod.
Alright, well, hopefully you have a good head on your shoulders. Alright, Caliber? Just keep your thoughts on your mission at hand. And as you are going down these hallways and going through these multiple doors that come through, and then you finally reach a lift where Hunter Black goes inside. The commanding operative looks back at his officers and says, "All right, only the hunters and myself will be going down. You guys return to your duties, but keep your comms open for hunters, for the hunters themselves." And you see all of them salute, and then Hunter Black motions for you to enter inside and looks at you. And he says, "Everything all right, Caliber?"
Yeah, just getting used to everything. This place feels odd, but yet familiar. And then Caliber's gonna step inside.
You step inside, the door closes. As it closes, it begins to lower, and you see there is an actual screen that is a viewer inside this lift that it's actually behind you. So it's like when think of an elevator that has like an open open glass where you can see on the other side basically, and see what's happening outside. You see that you're going lower, and you get to the bottom, and then all of a sudden it seems like you're going underneath the ground now. As you go underneath the ground further and further, it is now metallic. Everything's metallic.
Does the champion really need this much security?
You haven't told him about the champion yet, Black? Hey. Listen, we've only been on the same pod for about few marks, so don't be messing with me. And it's like it's very interesting. Caliber, the champion is a very powerful being. Supposedly, when it comes to their power, they are reincarnated through the blessing of one of the regal entities, the Venus realm, to be precise. From what we understand, the counter-command forces are probably working with a large portion of the Nest and other Cantal worlds to recover the champion. We have made sure that the champion has not died, because if a champion dies, then another one is chosen.
And the hunt starts all over again.
Yep, in essence.
Huh. Well, that explains all the security. Now I can see why Hunter Black was so worried about there being so few of y'all here.
Yes. There are a few up above. And he looks over at Black. And Black looks down at him, is like, a false sense of hope. I see. Interesting.
Oh, there's another battalion down here, isn't there?
Yes. Courtesy of the Republic. Listen, we need to get Caliber to understand Evemore a bit more before we start to, accept him into the fold and into understanding who we are as Ridicon. You get it? He's like, hey, yes. Sorry, Black. Caliber, we're really looking forward to having you join us. And you see him smile at you. We're all brothers here. And he goes to put his fist out for you to bump it.
Okay, brother. And Caliber goes and bumps it.
You bump his fist, and you see Black look down at you. He's like, "You sure you're all right?"
Yeah, this world's just... Well, I haven't seen this many Redcon before. Ever. And I've been all out on jobs.
I told you. The things that you're feeling in you right now. By the way, the lift is still going down. He looks at you, he's like, the things that you're feeling right now, it's Evemore calling out to you. When we talked about Khan before, that is a way in which you can receive her.
So Khan's like some emissary of Evemore.
You could say that. In essence, she's more like a daughter of Evemore. Evemore giving birth to her. As the lift continues to go down, it's still going down. And the operative looks up at Black and is like, if I can say, Black, has there been any reports about what's been going on with the dynasty? Yeah. Drokev hasn't been informed yet. Well, we're in the middle of the operation, so I'm not sure if Drokev has information that has been relayed down by the officials. But we have been waiting for any information about what's been going on. Oh, well. And since you are closest to the Admiral specifically, maybe he's relayed information to you? I have information, yeah.
I was gonna look up at Black real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Just look at him and be like, not saying anything, but just look at him and be like, you gonna tell him, or am I gonna tell him, or what?
Black looks down and is like, listen, I know Drokev probably would relay this information to you, but I'll tell you. This hunter right here was in the middle of the actual operation to go and deal with what was going on back on Rento, and apparently Montezelic was there, and from his perspective, Caliber's perspective here, Montezelic was killed.
Yeah,
Does that mean
saw the body, put bullets into it myself.
Yeah, but don't get all excited now. And you see the operative, like, you could see in his face, without needing an analyze check or anything like that. You could see in his face that he was actually getting really excited about something. And then he looks over. He's like, "What? What's wrong?" The Admiral said that they have Montezelic in custody, that he's still alive, and that they're going to try to negotiate with him. Montezelic is still alive?
Yeah, that was a shock to me, too.
And you said that you saw him completely killed, and you put bullets in him.
Yeah, just to make sure he was dead. That wasn't trying to strike him down, but I put bullets in his head.
I don't necessarily trust Admiral Volton at his word. I think that there's something else going on.
Finally, that makes two of us.
I did tell you that I'm skeptical of it too, Caliber. Come on. Do you just forget every single conversation that we have? These Moriot Redicon, they're so dumb sometimes. And
listen, a lot have happened between that conversation and that.
Suddenly the lift. Looks like we're finally here. The doors slide open. And as they slide open, you see it looks like about 20 Redicon enforcers, 10 on each side of these massive metallic doors. And they're all standing there. And Hunter Black looks over, is like, "Alright, that's good. That's more like it. Courtesy of the Republic, as I said." Good. And, are we allowed inside the chamber? We are not allowed inside the chamber, but we have several monitors that are monitoring the champion and her vitals. Good. And go ahead, Hunter.
And none of this can be fudged evidence? Repeated recordings and stuff?
Not at all. Those doors right there have not been opened since... well, it's been... since she was placed in there.
Not gonna lie. Kinda sketchy not to be able to see the prisoner with your own eyes.
It is not to worry. One of our most renowned operatives has a lock on the situation. And Black looks over, is like, "Renowned operative Tintin?" "Yes, Black." And Caliber nudges you. Oh, no, sorry. No. Black nudges you, sorry.
Wrong Redicon.
Black nudges you and is like, "He's the one that made my armor."
Oh, so that's why you were so worried about him being here.
Well, if Tenton is behind this, making sure that everything is all situated, we ain't got much to worry about. Unless... Caliber,
Yeah?
you have, dabbled a little bit with Squad 119.
Helped him out once or twice.
Do they have a technical operative on their squadron?
Honestly, that's kind of hard to answer. From the few times I've talked with him, he is sometimes a technical genius, but other times I heard that most of his stuff comes from pure, like, quantum whatever. So technically yes, and technically no.
Pure quantum, is he a new going in or something?
Nah, apparently all of his stuff gets, like, beamed into his head or something. Dr. Cal was weird about it. He sucked at explaining it to me.
I see.
But last I checked, they did have an AI, and that AI was pretty competent last, seeing that it nearly killed 3 people.
They have an AI.
Yep, it's in like this weird little cabot-looking thing.
Cabot?
Yeah, it's like in a robot body. It could, according to one of them, it could pilot an entire starship.
That's not too difficult when it comes to AI systems. AI systems are pretty much built to self-pilot.
I didn't say just self-pilot. I said run the entire ship off its own processing.
That's not, like I said, it's not too difficult. I could probably build an AI system like that. And if I can do that, well, Tenton is far superior than me.
Well, either way, I'd say that that little AI is probably more likely to do anything to these systems than their technical expert. But luckily for us, that thing was smashed to bits last time I saw it. Got into a speeder crash or something.
Alright. Well, remember what the plan was to get in contact with this 119 and see exactly what they were doing?
Yeah. I can track them down if you want to go after our normal objective.
I'm gonna stay here and get prepared for when they come for the champion. Caliber. You see Hunter Black look over towards the operative and says, "Can you give us a moment?" "Yes, of course, Black." And you see the operative steps away. Black looks at you and then places his hand on your shoulder. And he looks at you. "Listen to me carefully. Alright?"
Yes, sir.
The things that you've been feeling on this world, I hope you come to understand that the significance of it, it brings you closer to who you are. Evemore will guide you if you allow it. Listen to her voice. Don't listen to those entities that come about. That is when you are not in a clear space for her. That is when you are just allowing the whims of your own being to take control. You are a part of this entire thing. This world will call out to you. When it calls out to you, you will stay focused, but allow it to move through you.
So build the connection with what's here.
Right. You're listening to me, right?
Yeah.
His head looks down and he says, well, he doesn't say anything for a second. He's just looking down, and then you see him slam his right foot down on the metallic ground beneath you. He says, this metallic here, it has no sensation, no life in it. No true being. And then he looks up at you, and then he places his hand on your chest and is like, you, Caliber. You have being in you. And that being is connected to me. And you see he places his hand on his chest. He then looks up and says, I know what I'm saying is probably not exactly understood or very I don't even know the word. But I will tell you. If you truly want a family of strength, something greater that will lead you into a place that you can be seen and respected, and know that others will truly have your back. Remember my words, and remember these feelings. We are Redicon, all of us, no matter where we came from. It's in our blood, and that is what connects us. So, Caliber, as you go, just remember, feel it, understand it, and keep these words in your mind. We live for Evemore's will.
We live for Evemore's will.
Yeah. He looks down. When you return, I'll show you something. Something deeper. But hope that you choose to be one of us. I truly do. Operative? Yes, Black. Escort Caliber out and take him to the path leading to 119. You have a lock on them, right? We do. Good. Should we give him a pod? No. Transport Caliber nearby their location, but let him walk amongst Thet. He needs to feel the environment. He needs to see exactly what he's been missing. Understood, Black? And you see the operative walks up to you. He's like, too bad we can't really come with you. This would be probably an issue. But hopefully something changes in you as you travel that. You got that right. Alright, Caliber. So we see each other again. He smiles at you. And you see...
Black?
What was that? What'd you say? Sorry.
I was gonna be walking away. Turn around, see you later, Black, and just go.
Alright. You and the operative go into the lift. The lift begins to go up again. And you see the operative looks at you, is like, I take it Black gave you some words of encouragement.
Yeah. Told me a bit about Eve more.
Yes. Well, hopefully that you keep his words in your mind. And then he also, like, he keeps quiet for a second. And he looks at you. And he says, I do hope that when you return, you tell us about your journey. For since Black told me that you are kind of disconnected from Evemore in some ways. You actually might have a trial out there as you journey.
Yeah. Disconnected is a bit of an understatement, though. Oh well. Overestimation of how connected I am?
Well, then if that is the case, maybe your trial will even be greater.
Oh yeah. There's definitely going to be a trial.
Well, may Evemore guide you. And her will be a light to you.
how things have been going, a light would be nice.
He smiles. He's like, it is very nice. You just cannot fight it. If you fight it, then things might not go so well. Trust me, there have been times where I fought it and others have fought it, but then things align back when we receive it. As the lift continues to go up, it opens up to the ground level, and you guys begin to walk out, and he begins to take you over to one of the platforms where you see actual pods. And he goes inside the pod. It's a smaller one, and he gets inside, and he's like, feel free to strap in, and I'll take you to a nearby location where Squad 119 is being held. Well, not being held, sorry. Force of...
I was about to say.
Force of wood. I don't know. I think about people being held all the time, so it's... Sorry.
You do work at a prison, so that's understandable.
Thank you for understanding. And you see, he begins to check out the navigation system. And as he's checking it out, the pod begins to lift up and then fly off. And then he looks at you and says, I really am excited to hear about whatever trial you go through. Because when a trial comes to help you reconnect with Eve more, it will be a story that should be told. And he smiles at you. And I'd like you to roll me a discipline check.
Discipline.
Oh,
good. I got another 9. So that's... Yeah, that's freaking 20.
20?
Wait, I don't know. Let me check something. Yeah, 20.
Okay.
I don't know why, but I was second guessing myself on my math. My math. I'm like, wait, is 11 plus 9 20?
Yes. As he's talking with you, you can't help but feel like you remember the moment where that dream of your mom holding you, of you being connected, and you see him. It's almost like he feels like a brother. And the pod is just flying. He's quiet at this moment. Do you have anything on your mind? Anything that you want to say? Or are you just quiet too?
I was just gonna look at him. Well, trial aside, anything I should know about on the ground?
There are wild agrolok. amongst this
Agger
world.
what?
You've never hunted Aggerlock?
No, I've mostly just hunted other beings.
Oh, that was gonna be interesting. Just keep your eyes peeled above.
Huh.
And
So no ground conflicts I need to worry about?
well, the operation specifically states that there is going to be a forest fire nearby the location, so maybe have your environmental pack ready for any ashy atmosphere. Don't worry about the environmental effects of it. The forest fire won't last for long.
No, it's not that I was worried about. I just remembered that I keep forgetting to buy an environmental survival unit.
You don't have one?
Nope, most of my stuff is on spaceships or habitable planets.
I'm pretty sure you were you borrowed one from. Didn't you borrow one? You recently borrowed one. I'm pretty sure. I think from Black.
Was
that from Black?
No, that was in the flashback.
Oh, duh. Oh well, if that's the case, I can definitely loan you one.
Oh, that would be very helpful.
Yeah, feel here, and he goes back, and then he taps on a panel and pulls out an environmental pack for you. He says, "You can keep it."
Thanks.
Of course, anything for a brother. And
I was just gonna attach that to his tech armor real quick.
yep, you attach it to your tech armor. And then you see the pod begin to land. And as it lands, he goes and presses onto a button, and it opens up the door. We are here. Good luck, okay? And remember, Evemore guides us all.
Let's hope so. And he's just gonna
You
nod his head and step out.
You step out into the world. As you step out, you see the pod doors. And then begin to lift up. And then fly off. You see a plume of smoke above the tree line that you're about to head into. And as you're here, you didn't get an exact coordinate of where Squad 119 is. You just know that they are nearby. What do you do, Caliber?
How far away is Caliber from the smoke?
I'd like you to roll me a navigation check.
Oh no.
Oh no. Navigation. Wait, do you have? You don't have survival, do you? Or do you?
I don't have anything in survival.
Wait, you do have survival.
I do have survival, yes.
Okay, well, maybe ranking that up after we're done here would be good, especially since you're going into.
Oh yeah.
But yeah,
Calibur's
navigation.
gonna have to fight the wilderness.
You can do navigation or survival.
Let's see.
Which
Navigation, navigation.
one's higher for you?
Actually, survival. That's a +5. Ooh, an 8.
An 8?
Yeah, I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8.
Yes.
And you have nothing to add? You should have... It should add will.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I just don't have any ranks in it.
So, wait. You rolled an 8 or you got an 8?
I rolled an 8, and I'm about to add my +5 from will.
So, 13.
Yes.
As you begin to really try to gauge where this smoke is coming from, it's not exact, but you feel like it is probably about maybe a few, like a few dozen kilometers away.
Okay.
You do see explosions actually in the distance, in the sky. But what's weird about this is that as you're here, you feel like you've been to war-torn worlds, and when you have been there, any battles that have occurred, you could hear, and you could hear it in the distance. You could feel the explosions occurring. But here, all you hear is the environment around you. All you feel is the trees, the bushes. You can hear the moans of the creatures. And it feels like there is a connection here. It feels like it was over at the base, but now you're inside it. It's all around you, and you're alone.
I'm just gonna take a deep breath. Okay. The objective is right over there, in that direction. Just gotta walk through the forest, make sure not to lose my head, and not burn up.
You begin.
God, what the fuck is this trial? Calder's gonna start walking in the direction that of the combat.
All right. You begin to walk in that direction, taking each step. And in doing so, we're going to end the session there. So next session.
Next session is the trial.
Session is the trial.
Oh god. I thought you were going to do it in the session. No, exactly.
And then right after that, the session after that, we'll see about how things go with Squad 119. Maybe depends on how the trial goes. All right, thank you, Caliber, for another great hunter session.
Always a pleasure.
Yes. And thank you all for listening to the Hunter Entry 5. We are definitely getting to a point where, well, things are going to collide. We'll see how it all plays out. But thank you all for listening, and if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power. And credits. I thank you for listening to The Hunter. If you're curious about the greater implications happening in the background, keep up to date by listening to the New Age campaign as well. Also, if you want to be reborn yourself, you can subscribe as a Chosen to access Chosen creation and exclusive codex entries. Until next time, travelers, be safe, stay safe, and if death comes to you, may you be reborn in power.